Matthew Spencer, Director of the Green Alliance, thanks for joining us here at the EIC's annual conference. You talked in your presentation a little bit earlier about issues that had a red, an amber or a green light attached to them. I suppose, do you consider that right now there are maybe some quick wins that we should be embracing to really try to get the public turned on to environmental issues?
Well, the public are disillusioned with politics at the moment, so it has to be something quite profound. And I think the infrastructure programme that we're developing in the UK is a massive opportunity to do that, as long as it has small as well as big infrastructure in it, and as long as it has a chance for people to have an input in the early stages when we're deciding why we want infrastructure, what is it there to do for our city or our county, as well as at the end when we're coming to design schemes and we're trying to think about how it fits together for the places we love and the places we live.
When you look at the infrastructure plan, the National Infrastructure Plan released today, a lot of focus, particularly around politicians and what they want to get involved in major schemes. You know, we're talking about HS2s, we're talking about 15 billion spent on roads. Do you think enough emphasis is placed on smaller schemes? We talk about major flood defence schemes, perhaps emphasis on SUD schemes.
Well, we will need some major schemes, certainly on low carbon energy side and almost certainly on the public transport side. But clearly there are nearly always cheaper ways of managing demand and capacity on the demand side, whether that's minimising water runoff or minimising energy consumption in our homes and offices. And it would be a real shame if our infrastructure plan became an entirely supply side range of activities.
But as we heard earlier on in the conference, the challenge of energy efficiency, engaging the public, I mean, it remains a challenge. Is that resolvable?
Well, energy efficiency is a lot of small things adding up to something very big. And what business, and particularly ICT-enabled business, is very good at doing is aggregating that demand up. Government is lousy at doing it, but business is very good. So creating a market in electricity efficiency is one way to overcome that problem.
You also spoke about the not needing heroic leadership. What do you actually mean by? I mean, who should be leading the way?
So the temptation in hard times is to hope for a heroic figure to save us, usually from politics. It's incredibly difficult to do, and it usually doesn't work. Politics has become less stable, and what we all have to do is to get back to a situation where the public feel more confidence in decision making, are more involved in it, and therefore politicians can make decisions that stick and stay and are investable.
And what kind of things are you expecting, or are you hoping to get from the next general election in terms of getting into manifestos?
The manifestos are a very low resolution exercise, but they're crucial because you have to establish a mandate to keep your low carbon direction. You have to fill any gaps in the current programme, the biggest one at the moment being on the natural environment, and you have to capture new ideas that are coming from civil society or business, like the idea of a circular economy, better use of resources. Those are the three areas where I would expect to see a strong green agenda in the manifestos, even though it won't be an electoral issue.
But you're feeling optimistic?
I'm feeling cautiously optimistic that the politicians know that there's a threat to our economy if we don't have a sustainable environment in which to operate.
Matthew, thanks very much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.